Well, welcome back, everyone. We are here with the after show for episode number 96, talking with Nixxiom and Moocluck. And without further ado, there they are.
There we are.
Hi.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice hat.
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness. What?
It goes all the way up.
It goes all.
Just
Yeah.
Just expressing my patriotism, you know.
Yeah, I gotcha. I feel it. I gotcha.
Yeah, feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Goodness me, feeling it, Mr. Krabs. There you go.
Feeling it. Mr. Krabby.
Well, we've got some time with chat. If you guys want to send in questions on Twitter or just, of course, ask us in chat. You are on the show, chat room. You're right here, being all chat roomy. But yeah, just ask. They're here for you right now.
Yep.
You have any questions? Go for it. Just be gentle. They're fragile.
This is my favorite part.
Oh my goodness.
I like to interact with the viewers. That's my favorite part.
Oh yeah. So a question came, Lieutenant Montagna. I'm still around if I can help with voices. Do you still need free and absolutely not pay? Oh, are you asking for me for War Crimes or for Nixxiom stuff? I don't know how Nixxiom's going to do the voice stuff for his projects or what Moocluck's going to do for that. I assume they might send out directly to certain people, whereas I still have like a backlog of like almost 30 emails I haven't had time to go through yet for War Crimes. So, but how do you do your casting stuff, Nixxiom? Do you just like you go directly to them? How do you handle that kind of stuff?
When it comes to casting, I usually just do collabs with fellow YouTubers mostly. I mean, most of the VA that me and Moocluck do are me and Moocluck. And I think over the years, like 2 years or whatever, I think me and him both have developed a nice little resume of, lots of voices we can do. Everything from Anduin, to the level 58 Death Knight or Nixxiom and so on and so forth. If I ever do like a really big project though, like where I need a lot of voice actors and like people that my fellow YouTube buddies aren't going to, fit the bill, I'll definitely put out like a casting call video like, hey, I need more voice actors. And really that is the time to contact me and say, hey, check it out. Here's a small demo of my voice. Don't worry, I'm not 11 sending you a message like, can I do a voice in your video?
Right.
When I need like an old man, or something.
An old man, you say?
I need an old man.
An old man to voice? Oh my goodness.
Biscuits.
I know much about you, Moocluck.
Oh my goodness.
Don't spoil the video.
What? Who said that? I don't know who said that. Someone just snuck into my room. Did you see that?
There was a disembodied voice in here a second ago. I don't know where it's gone now.
Yeah, who was that?
Oh, that was scary.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Meowsers wants to know, secret fetish?
Who?
Both of you? Both? I assume the question is generalized.
Secret fetish. You can go first, Moocluck. I answered the last question.
Oh, thank you. How kind of you.
I'm sure you got something on the top of your head you want to tell us.
You like those hot dogs full of that gross cheese, don't you?
Oh man, can't get enough of them. I rub myself down with them.
Oh,
Get in the mood, bring a woman home, and I'm like, holding 2 hot dogs in my hand.
Well, that just got gift forever.
Yeah, dude.
I hope someone photoshops hot dogs in the hand.
2 hot dogs, not GIF.
4 hot dogs.
I'm putting it full screen just in case they ever wanted to have this from the. There you go. Oh man, I don't know. Obviously, it's a silly question. How about Nixxiom? Do you Arthas?
Do I Arthas? Well, first of all, to answer the fetish question, if you really want to grind my gears and oil my
Bottom?
rotors, then whatever. All you have to do is read me a poem, and I'll be instantly hooked.
Read you a
Like,
poem.
yes, I love poetry. I love it. I love writing
That's
it.
a good answer.
As
I
for
don't think
do
I
I
could say
Arthas?
anything. I couldn't say anything because it's too PG-13, right? This podcast, right? I can't say too much.
You can't talk about your lolly obsession.
God.
It's okay.
You have a body
Go ahead.
pillow, Moocluck? Is that what you're trying to say? You have a body, pillow?
pillow?
A body
You
pillow,
should,
yeah.
you should see that
Is that-
thing that lives in Moocluck's room.
That thing? Wow.
Where is
There's a thing.
Oh,
There's
there
a
actually
thing
is a
that lives in
thing?
his
Carry
room.
on.
Carry
Oh,
on.
As for do I Arthas? I Arthas on the Arthas, but my Arthas isn't Arthas. Sometimes when I Arthas, but sometimes Arthas, but not really Arthas. Something like that. Yeah. I hope that answers the question.
It's my little golf clap for you. I approve. Good.
I thought you were.
No,
Okay.
it's my golf clap.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what lives in your room, Moocluck? What's happening?
What is that? What is that, Bay?
I don't know what it is. I can't see it yet.
What is that?
I don't know.
Just wait. Oh, what is that?
I need an adult.
I have
I-
no idea what this is. Apparently, Patrick,
What the French
one of my
toast?
parents- one of my parents got this for me when I was little. Apparently, he was in some adverts, and me and Nixxiom watched them before the podcast, and we were just like, "What? What
Mhm.
the hell are these adverts?" It's just like
Dude.
all the adverts are just him going, like head banging to music.
I love it, man. I think it's so scary.
Yeah, that's a little frightening. That's honestly,
It's adorable.
that's
You should see my
obviously
cat.
terrifying.
You want to see my cat?
Oh, show the cat. Show the cat.
Uh-oh.
I'll show the cat real quick.
What is this?
Let's pretend
showing
someone
up?
asked to see my cat.
That's
Look
fair.
at my cat.
Ah! That's awesome and terrifying.
Dude, I love it, man.
It's like
My
a
mother
Stitch.
My mother was having a yard sale, and I saw this little guy just sitting in the garage, and I was like, "Give me that." And my mom was like, "Okay."
Okay.
So, dude, I've had him ever since. My little kitty,
That's
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Okay.
She watches me while I sleep. She protects me.
Okay.
Art.
So
I like
here,
that comment.
how do you keep all the unedited fraps and half-edited scenes and finished movies all organized? How much hard disk space are you using up?
Go ahead, Moocluck.
A lot. I think I have a folder for every single video.
Oof.
Yeah, exactly. I do have to go through and delete some older ones. Like usually after a year's pass, I just clear everything out, so I'm not constantly buying hard drives. But otherwise, it's manageable. But yeah, there's a lot of files involved, especially AVI, which I think is what we render it as from After Effects, and what Fraps records in. Those are big files.
I was actually that was my caveat question to you. Do you actually record with fraps? Why don't you use like OBS or XSplit to capture your raw footage stuff if you're using in-game footage? I feel like fraps is a little bit archaic at this point, unless there's some reason why you do it. Because I know like when I captured stuff for like Bay's Take in-game with XSplit, it's just perfectly fine. It even encodes it in H.264, so it's ready to go to YouTube immediately if you just go directly. So yeah, is it you still both use fraps or do you? Yeah.
Yeah, both use Fraps. It works fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we do most of our video recording with Model Viewer. Most of the backgrounds in game are just stills. So there's like no recording actually in game. A lot of it is just on the Model Viewer. So it's just a green screen with a character moving around.
Yeah, I guess I'm just like so used to fraps. I've tried like recording with OBS and whatnot, but I just like the only time I use OBS is when I'm like doing a top 10 and I'm like talking about like an area or a quest and I'm getting sweeping shots. OBS is really good for that, but just for like short little like one talking emote, just use fraps in the model viewer. It's quick, it's easy, but I'm just used to it.
Boxer wants to know, do we know what or who Nixxiom was before he became a Death Knight?
A
Yeah.
loser.
Oh, loser. I'm so funny. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I mentioned it earlier. A while back, I was talking about like the history of Nixxiom when we went back, and he was originally a rogue, a night elf rogue.
Oh.
So yeah, night elf rogue, and then he died and became a death knight, and yeah. So that's easy answer right there. Easy, quick
Interesting.
answer.
Didn't know that myself.
Mhm.
Adept Demon is curious about. I want to make machinimas, but I feel they're going to be awful. Did you guys have a problem when you first started making videos, and how did you get over it?
Um, it is going to be awful. Like, oh,
Yes.
right. Your first video will be awful. Like, as was just terrible. Like I said earlier in the podcast, that first video I made is buried somewhere. It will never see the light of day. Um, I'm not really sure how you can like instantly boost your confidence, but it's like something gradual over time. Like you'll make that first video and maybe like you'll receive some feedback, you'll look at it yourself and you'll see what you did well, what you didn't do well, and you'll just take all that forward and in your next video you'll improve and then the video after that will improve until eventually you're 10 videos on, you look back at your first one and you're just like, wow, yeah, I've come a long way.
Hmm.
So
Those are
just
such a gradual process, right? You have to like learn as learn from your mistakes and stuff, and learn from doing things. Yeah.
yeah, of course. And yeah, don't worry too much. Like, don't put too much pressure on you either for like your first few videos. I mean,
Right.
the internet is a gruesome place for feedback, but
Oh yeah.
like yeah, just gotta take that plunge. Really, that's all I can say. Deep breath, plunge, and you'll come out the other side stronger and better at what you do.
Took me
Yeah.
9 months in total between planning, scripting, recording the songs, different people working on it to make on my own. So it depends on what you're actually going for too. And in that trial and error period, like it took that long to make 5 minutes. So, but that was my first venture into this, where you guys have been doing this for years. So I'm sure you've learned so much over the course of these last like 4 to 6 years. So, yeah.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about we recently, or I just released a video called "The Greatest Adventure"
Mm-hmm.
Part 3, and we had Lazy Peon on as a guest. It's our little leveling series where you get to hang out with me and Moocluck and just chill out and listen to us talk about nothing important. Which I know every single person in this chat obviously watched the entire hour and a half episode, of course. Um, and we talked a lot about like confidence and how like when you start out, you're going to be very not very confident, and but like I kind of mentioned earlier in the stream, like just do it, just release it, put it out there, and just like Moocluck said, over time you'll learn and you'll see your mistakes and you'll see your strengths, and eventually you'll make that one video that gets you know like 100,000 plus views, and you're going to be blown away by it, and you're gonna be like, wow. And for me, I think that was the Demon Hunter for me, the Demon Hunter. And I would just add one more thing in regards to criticism. Really learn how to take criticism. Probably one of the hardest things, um, because most bad comments are just going to say like, "This sucked. This is bad." Like you should kill yourself. This was so bad. That's not criticism. Don't even read that. But when someone says this video was too long, and you see that comment maybe like too many times, like 10 plus times, maybe it was too long. That was actually a fair criticism that people presented to my first Demon Hunter video, or well, my only Demon Hunter video. They're like, it's really good, but it didn't have to be 15 minutes. You could have sped it up a bit. I'm like, that's good criticism. Okay,
That's fair.
And
You,
so
you sort of learn the pacing of what people want to watch. YouTube is
yeah,
very, unless you're making a show like this, where it's obviously known that it's going to be a live show, podcast, sort of long adventure. Sometimes people don't want to watch an hour and a half of something, but they want to watch like 7 or 8 minutes of something. So yeah, I totally understand that. Absolutely. Yep. Oh yeah, the same thing. Same thing happened with the flip flop story. Then does Moocluck have a backstory? Why does he have the Kakashi mask on? Why doesn't he show the bottom of his face? Like, what's his?
We actually talked about maybe making an origin story for Moocluck, didn't we? And we were like gonna make it like Harry Potter, where he goes to Warlock School.
Oh no.
I'm waiting on that video, man.
Maybe I might get around to it. It's not like top priority at the moment, but maybe I'll get around to it. As for the mask, I don't know. I haven't decided yet if he's just really ugly, or maybe there'll be a joke where he just has really bad facial hair, and that's why he hides it so much. I'm not sure, but no scarring as far as I'm aware. Or maybe we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Don't forget that you do have one video, beta is beta, where Nixxiom walks in on Moocluck without the mask.
Yeah,
he's like, oh, my loon's armpits. He's like, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. He runs out. And it would be funny if you had just like, you know, like a loose mustache hair, like, bink. You know,
just like
yeah, like
it's awful.
Really minor flaw, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's pretty funny.
Moocluck's backstory.
Moocluck is bald. Yeah, maybe. Could be bald.
Could be
The
bald.
question is, here's the question, everybody. Is Moocluck a Worgen?
Oh.
Or is
I got
he
that
a
question
human?
a few times.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen him in combat in a video, have I? Because you go into combat, you have to turn into a Worgen.
He is, but you can cheat.
You could cheat.
Yeah.
You can cheat.
Creative liberties.
Yeah.
He's from Gilneas. Is he?
He's from Gilneas, but is he a Worgen?
Oh.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Not even I know.
Oh, that's some Game of Thrones script writing right there. You don't get the next script until the next one's ready. Like, you only have one at a time. You never know what's coming in the future. Am I dead? No.
Am I dead?
Yep. Goodness me. Checking here real quick.
I see that 60 FPS question. That
that's
Edward S plays.
That's a tough one for animation. Go.
The funny thing about the 60 FPS thing, Edward, is for those of you that have watched my How to Demon Hunter video and watched it in the highest quality, it's in 60 FPS. Why is it in 60 FPS? Complete accident. I accidentally was rendering my After Effects clips in 60 FPS. And when I put them into Sony Vegas, I was like, oh man, these are all in 60 FPS. Oh well. So I kept making them in 60 FPS, and I released a 60 FPS video. And yeah, complete accident. But everyone was like, yes, finally 60 FPS. And I'm like, yes, I can't wait to disappoint you with my 29.97 video that's coming out tomorrow. Yes. It's going to be great.
From my standpoint as like a film nerd, I don't really know if you need to, because that was actually a big thing with War Crimes. Like, should we shoot it in 60 or 30 or 29.7 or 24? Because that changes a lot of how you record your audio as well as how it looks. And we actually did a couple of different tests online with my cinematics guy that made the CGI trailer for it to see what works on YouTube. And honestly, YouTube doesn't take very well to cinematic 24 or 29.7 or 30. Like, there's not a huge difference. 30 to 60 is a difference, but it only works on like crazy big like game playthrough let's plays or like live feed stuff, like watching like League of Legends or Dota or something like that. So I don't know. Do fans have like a thing with you, like they want all your videos in 60 FPS, or is just like a random question here and there?
60 FPS just looks nice. I mean, it's nice and smooth. It's like, ooh, but I don't really think it matters. Personally, to me, I don't care. If I watch a 60 FPS video and a 30 FPS video, it's still the same video to me. I mean, just like that arm doesn't like move as smooth.
Right.
So like, who cares?
I think for like gameplay,
I mean, nice.
60 FPS is really good, right?
Oh,
like,
gameplay,
if you're doing a let's play, yeah. Like, but for Machinima, I mean, since it's kind of cinematic anyway, like that's what you're doing. Like 29.97's okay for Machinima.
Right.
Yeah, and it's easier as well. Easier on my computer and your computer.
Yeah, I don't know, because there's definitely a difference in the 24 frame, like movie film style, which I don't know if I'm gonna play around with yet or not. Because we just did 30 on my own, so I've only had a little bit of dabbling in any of this stuff, but I'm not sure what like the difference is, because YouTube doesn't really know a difference at that lower level until you go from like 30 to 60. Then it's like, oh, look at this. So. Yep. It's different though. It's not. It's a lot more rendering if you're gonna do 60 frames from your point of view. So a lot more rendering.
Hell of a lot more. Double the frames.
Yeah,
Goodness.
literally. Yep. So for Nixxiom and Moocluck, I saw the video Lazy Peon about arenas. Any funny stories about PvP?
Oh, I got one.
Oh,
Go for it.
So originally, I was actually going to tell you this story in our first leveling video, Moocluck, but unfortunately, I was cut off by that phone call in the
Oh
middle
yeah.
of our leveling. So a long time ago, back when I was playing World of Warcraft for the very first time, I got to level like 16, 17 on my undead mage, my first character, and I ran into Hillsbrad Foothills on Smolderthorn PvP US. Now, this is back in the vanilla days. Yeah, Hillsbrad versus South Shore was a big thing.
yep.
So I run in, and in the general chat, some troll hunter is like, oh, like, looking for more to raid South Shore. Anyone is welcome. I had no idea what he was talking about, but I was like, I want to help him. I'm a nice person, I think. And so I messaged him. I was like, well, I'll help you. And I mean, I wasn't level 60. And he was like, come on, man, come on in. So I joined this raid group. And they're like, we got 3 full raid groups ready right now. And I was like, I don't even know what that means. And so we like all gathered at Terran Mill, and I was looking at all these players, and I was like, what is going on? I don't know what's going on. And they're like, all right, guys, let's go. So we're all like running down the road. I'm like looking at all these level 60 guys next to me, and I'm like, wow, it felt so tiny compared to them. And we attacked South Shore, and then a bunch of Alliance players showed up, flew in, and it turned into this big like all-out war for like an hour and a half, and it kind of concluded with this big lineup where more Alliance players showed up than Horde, and we were getting pushed back to Terran Mill, and eventually all the Horde lined up outside of Terran Mill, and all the Alliance players lined up, just like a Lord of the Rings moment. And our Troll Hunter guy was like, give them no mercy, show them our spears. And we charged, and we lost. And I was like, yes. And so Terran Mill fell that day, and I was there. I remember those
I remember.
filthy, nasty Alliance players. Yeah.
You got what you deserved.
Only babies play Alliance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You're
Like
not a boy in
babies.
blue.
Honorless dogs play Alliance.
Good
Yeah.
Glory to the boys in blue.
There you go.
Boys in blue. Yeah, babies in blue. But yeah, that was my first experience with World PvP, and oh man, did it make an impact. I love World PvP.
I miss that old stuff. I know they did like the anniversary event, Terra Mill versus South Shore, but it just wasn't the same.
No one knew what they were doing. Like,
Yeah.
I was trying to tell people, like, you can't just run straight in. You got to use some tactics. Like,
Yep.
I got like these 3 Death Knights. I'll keep this short so Moocluck can tell his story. I got these 3 Death Knights, and we would go up around the side. I'm like, all right, you ready, guys? We're gonna pop anti-magic shell, and I haven't played my Death Knight in a while. It's the ability that makes the blizzard around you and it freezes everybody.
Remorseless Winter.
Remorseless Winter, that's it. I was like, pop both of those, run into the Horde. Just run into the Horde. So we all go together, Remorseless Winter, and it's like a fourth of their entire team just gets frozen, and that just allows like our team just to push in. I was like, you gotta think, you gotta go to the sides, you gotta use your abilities and get creative on like how to push them. So people didn't get it, man. They were like, this is boring. It's like, yeah, you're not doing it right, filthy casuals.
Yep.
So, yep.
Dish faces. You have anything, Moocluck?
Not a big scale PvP story, but more of a noob story involving PvP. I always remember, like back in Wrath, one of my first experiences was like crossing into the Barrens for the Warlock quest to get the Succubus. And like you have to find some like Warlock trainer around Camp Tarajo. I think he's nearby there. And like 2 of my friends at the time who were like max level Paladin and Death Knight, they just like escorted me there because they were like, yeah, we know where the place is. It's in Horde territory. We'll go there. And then like we we got near Camp Tarajo, but there was no quest helper back in the day, so we're like wandering around aimlessly until eventually my friends start to get a little bit bored, and they spot like a max level Blood Elf Paladin, and they start picking a fight. And eventually it just turned into this whole like mess of just running up and down the barrens like a headless chicken. I'm like, where am I going? Oh god, oh god, oh god, there's horde everywhere. Oh my goodness. And my friends are like trying to fight off these horde pursuers. And I'm like level 20 something going, oh god, running in circles around this sandy desert place. I was just like, yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was my PvP story, or noob story.
Or noob story, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I didn't really see anything else come up in chat, and we're looking at about a half an hour here. Do you guys want to have like an ad-libbed little off-the-cuff discussion between Moocluck and Nixxiom real quick, just to make chat room all real quick?
Oh goodness.
You gotta give us something to talk about. You gotta give us like a subject.
All right, so your motivation in this little discussion is going to be that I just keep thinking of things to spoil part one. I can't do that. How about, what did Nixxiom and Moocluck think of the Legion announcement at Gamescom?
While everyone was enjoying the amazing announcement, there was a guy in the background, and if you were paying attention, he picked his nose and ate it. I saw it.
What a disgusting scumbag.
I know, he's almost as disgusting as you are.
Oh, shut your face, Nixxiom. You
It's
don't
true.
even think Demon Hunters should have 2 specs. You're behind the times, old man. Get with it.
Listen, I'm just old-fashioned. I'm a conservative, you know? 3 is nice. I like it. But yes, the announcement was fantastic. I like the tree carvings. Tree carvings are cool. And
I'm particularly happy that demons are finally coming down to mess up this God's forsaken world. About time, if you ask me.
mm,
Oh my goodness.
well, it's hard to do an impromptu discussion with Moocluck in this voice. But I think we've established throughout this past 3 hours or so that Moocluck is a complete loser and that I am the coolest person in Azeroth. Thank you. Nixxiom for Trump. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That hurt my cheeks. I was smiling so hard. That was funny. Naba wanted to bring up double jump, but you didn't grab that.
Jump.
Double,
More
double,
like
double
double
jump.
casual.
Oh
Why
my
would I
God.
need to double jump? I can just teleport 40 yards away.
You have to go over there and drop your portal first, then you can.
Oh, that's
yeah.
true.
Oh my
Ooh, that-
goodness.
that
I'll
can-
plan ahead.
There you go.
That conveniently just a little bit too high box. Oh, you can reach it now. Big deal.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. All right, I think we're gonna be at time, gentlemen. That was awesome. We hit the button a second time. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Episode number 96 of Final Boss TV with our 2 awesome nerds today. Around the table again real quick. What was that? Oh. What is that? Oh my god, there's Nixxiom with a crazy pumpkin face mask on. You can go watch his...
What pumpkin mask?
Oh, that's just your face, right? You took off the makeup, right?
Wait, huh?
What?
I didn't do anything.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
look so stupid, Nixxiom.
Shut up.
You can go watch more of his machinima and his shenanigans online over at Silverlined Pro. Of course, you can also follow him on Twitter at Nixxiom. Thank you so much for being on the show, sir. It was a thing. We'll just say.
It was a thing.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. This is my face. And there's Moocluck, of course. You can follow him on his YouTube at Mooclucking, as well as Mooclucking on Twitter. Thank you, sir. It was awesome. Thank you for
It's
being
been
on.
fun. Thank you for having me.
You can't hide from the internet now. I've got 2 hours of your face.
I know. I have to
Just-
retreat to the shadows soon.
Just the worst. But yes, everyone, thank you so much. Again, part 1 of the 2-part Machinima special will be on Nixxiom's channel for part 1. You can find out how these characters got into this weird predicament in the first place. And then, of course, part 2 is the beginning of the main show, which will be on YouTube. This will all be on YouTube either later today or tomorrow. If you're watching on YouTube right now, hello! If you're a live chat right now, you might have seen the intro. But until next week, when we start back up with the Warlords of Catch-Up Junket, we'll be doing Strength, DPS, so Retribution Paladins, DPS Warrior, DPS Death Knight. We'll see you are there for that. Thank you all so much for watching. Trusting your seal of inevitable fate, or whatever it is you believe in. Pumpkin mask faces and funny hats and beards. And until everyone bye. Bye, everybody! Bye, 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 bye. Wave bye, the nice people. Wave bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Great hanging out.